Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Oklahoma Esports League Championship Series. I am sorry about the initial delay. We were supposed to be watching Jinx versus Moore into the lower bracket final match, but unfortunately we did have some technical difficulties. But 3-0 for Moore and a 3-1 for Noble in the lower bracket semifinals. So that means right now we are going to be watching this lower bracket final between Moore and Noble. Whichever team ends up taking this victory will get to go to the in-person LAN event in Noble.
Yeah, very exciting for both of these two teams actually playing each other in the first round of playoffs as the 4 and 5 seed. In that result, Noble took the games 3-2, so definitely a very exciting matchup that first time. We'll have to see if it's the same coming around this time.
Yeah, watching Dallas almost get an early at first goal. Going to get picked up by Cruz RL falling. Going to go ahead and shoot that one back into the air towards Noble's goal. Can they be able to save in time? And Cruz does manage to get there fast enough. Is able to send that one out. Keeping it on Noble's side. Gets it over their head. Dallas going to pick this one up. Try to keep possession of it. Flowers going to follow up behind it, but doesn't get the touch. Rowdy going to send that one over towards the left side. Falling going to try to follow up on it. Rowdy not going to get there before Cruz does. Dallas going to go ahead and hit that over Cruz's head. Apollo into the right corner, over towards the middle. Going to try to get a dunk on it, but doesn't get there. RL falling, going to try to follow that one. Dallas trying as well. Flowers able to get that one over their head, sending it towards the middle. Cruz going to try to follow up on it and does manage to get that one. Sending it up in the top right corner. Fantastic initial goal for Noble.
Yeah, again, you got to remember that these two teams are playing for a chance to go to the live event, looking to fight for that last seed. So a lot of stakes here, and we're going to try and see as much team play as we can and really make sure that their season pays off.
Yeah, and with Noble starting on this initial lead, 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, more than enough time for Moore to bring this one back. Flowers going to grab that one. Rowdy going to go over their head. It gets bumped out by Cruz, but does manage to go ahead and get the save. Rowdy going to go ahead and get the bump onto Cruz to try to follow something up. Falling going to follow up on it, up into the air. Sends it down towards the middle. Rowdy going to try to get there, but Apollo gets there first. Dallas going to follow this one up, still keeping it into Noble's half. The possession still remaining in Moore's favor. Falling, going up for that 50-50 up into the air. Dallas manages to get there first, accidentally hits it into Falling. Going to send it backwards. Rowdy over into the left corner. Cruz into the middle. Dallas going to pick that one up. Tries to snipe it straight into the goal and does manage to get it. Now a tie game here. Dallas with a fantastic cleanup. Cruz trying to send that one as a clear into the middle and tries to follow up on it, but Dallas manages to get there first and sends it in between Apollo and Flowers. Manages to go ahead and get that goal.
Yeah, a lot of the Noble players collapsed on that corner there, trying to be able to get that clear. And Dallas just coming up from the goalie spot in his rotation, being able to get that half-court shot to even up the score for Moore.
Up in the air. Flowers ready. Tries to duck it down. Hits the crossbar. Cruz going to follow up on it. Flowers hits it out to Apollo. Apollo going to try for the right corner, but Dallas going to follow up on it. Cruz trying to make something happen, but doesn't get there. Rowdy going to be able to follow up on this free goal, but Flowers does manage to get there back in time. Able to save that one. Send it back over to Moore's side. A lot of stuff happening right there. Almost a goal made from both teams, but able to keep it out. Defensive masterclass from both teams right now. Back over to Moore's side. The possession in Noble's favor. Apollo going to try to go for it. Decides to flip backwards, knowing that Rowdy's going to beat them into the ball. Sends it towards the middle. Flowers going to follow it up on it. A demolition onto Rowdy for Noble. Apollo sending that one over towards the middle yet again. Is going to get picked up by Falling. Rowdy going to try to follow up on it. Both players going to fly past that one there. Dallas going to follow up on this mid shot. Does end up getting saved there by Cruz. Cruz going to follow it up in this right corner over Dallas's head. Flowers going into that left corner to send it towards the middle. Rowdy going to send that one back out. Apollo up on it yet again, grabbing this possession. Possession just kind of going back and forth between both teams right now, just trying to keep the ball out of their net, get the ball to the other half. Apollo still managing to keep this into Moore's half here. All three of Moore's players sitting on the defense right now, just waiting for Noble to make a mistake. Rowdy going to get a demolition onto Flowers there. The ball sent towards their net, but Rowdy going to hit that over into the corner, trying to follow up on it. Doesn't get the touch. Sends it towards the middle. Dallas trying to get ready for it. Flowers does manage to send that one out, though. Apollo going to send it towards the middle. Falling going to follow up on it. Flowers now picking the possession back up. This game going both teams' ways right now. Apollo going to send that one back towards the middle. Rowdy sending that one back out. Apollo just trying to keep control on this ball on the side of Noble. 60 seconds remaining in this match. Still a 1-1. could go to an overtime in this first game of this best-of-5 series. The ball's still remaining over on the side of Noble.
Yeah, a lot of great defense being played here. With 45 seconds left, looks like Moore wants to make a play, but Noble's going to be able to get an offensive drive here with a little bit of collapse rotations from Moore's side. Flowers looking to make something happen in the corner. Apollo looking for the bounce, trying to get that set for Cruz is going to be slightly off, though, and suddenly 30 seconds left could really go to an overtime here for both of these teams in a game one that's already been high stakes. Two defensively great teams here.
Cruz going to send that one over towards the middle. Dallas going to grab that one, sends it back over to Noble's side. Apollo ready for it. Rowdy clearing it back over to Noble's side. Cruz clearing it back over to Moore. Falling, trying to follow up on it. 10 seconds remaining, trying for a goal on this net. Apollo almost manages to make it in. A Cruz direct pass to Apollo. Sends it over into the left corner, but accidentally manages to hit that right post and sends it out. And this will be our overtime. 1-1, Noble and Moore. The second overtime that we've seen this season so far. Third, actually, I think, overtime that we've seen. Falling over into Noble's corner. Rowdy going to try to follow it. A 50-50 there from Apollo, and Rowdy going to be sent towards the middle, and then the goal will be made from Dallas. Moore taking that one 10 seconds into that overtime. Rowdy and Apollo with that 50-50 right there. The demolition coming out from Falling, giving Dallas the leeway that they needed. Flowers trying to make the defensive save, but doesn't get there in time, and Moore will take that game one.
Yeah, just a severe man advantage after that demo comes through. Really nice play from Moore, being able to set up for the follow-up on that high crossbar bump off. Really good job by Moore. Great job by Noble as well. Some fantastic defense. I'm seeing the amount of shots versus the amount of points, and almost every player with saves. Cruz on the side of Noble with 6 saves that game, Jackson.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic defensive masterclass, I would say, from both teams. Whenever a Rocket League game ends up being a super low-scoring match, you know that it is just a defensive masterclass. And especially when both teams made 11 shots, 22 total shots being made in that entire game, and only 3 of them being let in. Both teams doing a fantastic job of keeping their rotations up, keeping the speed up, and playing those 50-50s. Moore and Noble, I would say, both a very evenly matched team. A lot of times we're seeing both teams get to the ball at the same time and have to rely on those 50-50s.
Yeah, and remember, the first time that these players met in the playoffs, it went 3-2 Noble's favor, so we went to a Game 5, so there's definitely a lot of Rocket League still to be played, but if you're Moore, you got to feel really good coming out of that overtime game with a win.
Yeah, taking the advantage early in the series is always preferable. Now you kind of have a little bit more leeway to make, but going into this second game, I think what we're going to be looking for is some faster rotations, some faster shots, and just faster plays in general. Whoever ends up being able to come in faster, I think just ends up taking it, and whoever ends up holding the possession longer. A lot of times these teams tend to just try to go for these clears to the other side, but ends up giving the possession that way instead of trying to take control of this ball. Right now, both teams just kind of hovering around this mid. Possession still being thrown back and forth between teams. Cruz and Dallas going out for that 50-50, slightly in favor of Noble. Going to be sent over to Moore's side. Flowers getting a slight bump on that one. Is going to try to follow it up off the wall. Down towards Apollo, sending that one out towards the middle. Rowdy going to pick that one up. Cruz, the last defender remaining here for Noble. Over Cruz's head on the side of Rowdy, and Dallas is able to follow up on that one. A fantastic early goal. Only 40 seconds into this match. Rowdy sending a nice one over into that corner, and Dallas able to follow up on that one, a 68-mile-per-hour goal.
Yeah, some really nice dribbles up the side of the wall there from Moore, being able to get past a lot of the Noble defenders, really making it, once again, that man advantage once we get to the goals, and with Noble not having their rotations back, a really solid goal for Moore there.
Yeah, and with the ball over on Noble's side right now, Moore looking to extend this lead and get another one. Cruz going to manage to send that one over, Falling. Still keeping possession of this ball. Flowers going to try to go for a bump, and over Rowdy. An amazing play from Noble using that team play. Cruz just keeping control of this ball. Flowers looking for just the bumps. Doesn't quite get the bump on Dallas, but Rowdy not able to follow up on that defensive play. Able to tie this one up with 4 minutes remaining.
Yeah, with that ball going so slowly towards the goal, it actually throws off the Moore defense there. Not being able to intercept the ball, expecting what momentum it's going to come out. A really nice floater from Cruz there.
Ball sending over to Noble's half. Rowdy trying to grab control of this 50-50 between Falling and Apollo. Cruz going to try to grab that one. Goes past it, and Rowdy, capitalizing off that mistake from Cruz, is able to dunk that one down.
Yeah, Moore for the second time here, able to dunk in a goal to finish off the point. And once again, being able to manipulate these corners, getting a couple of the Noble defenders to miss their defensive assignment and be able to get these really clear open looks on the goal and are able to convert. Really nice job for Moore.
And Cruz looking for the comeback, looking to try to bring another one back. Doesn't quite get that one. Tries for the double touch off the back wall. Going to be sent over to Moore's half. Apollo picking this one up, Falling going to try to send it out. Apollo following up on it quickly, sends it towards the middle, but no Noble attackers ready to strike that one in. Cruz sending that one back over to Moore's half. A save is going to come out from Falling. Now over to Noble's half. Flowers going to pick this one up. Gets sent over to Cruz. Flowers ready to follow back up on it. Dallas going to send that one off the back, but Cruz is ready to follow up on it. Dallas, I think, not getting the clear that they wanted. Only defender remaining here, just knocks it right into Cruz's hands. Now 2-2 yet again. These teams keeping this game close.
Yeah, back to a tie game. Of course, we knew it was going to be close this entire time, and it's really nice to see these players be able to adapt and understand what they need to change from possession to possession. Moore here, once again, on the offensive side. Noble's going to try and take possession of it, actually taking it into the Moore field. Moore's defenders are a little lacking on that side. Cruz almost getting a drive in, but a nice clear from Dallas going to be able to take the possession back for Moore.
Possession sent over to Noble's half. Apollo going to grab that one, but Falling gets there faster. Down to Rowdy. Just a 50-50 ball right now. Still kind of just sitting in this middle. No possession going either way. Dallas and Apollo. Apollo sending that one towards the middle. Can Cruz follow up on it? Doesn't get there. A demolition coming out from Noble onto Dallas. Now with only 2 players remaining, Falling going to send that one out. Cruz dominating right now with the hat trick for Noble. Fantastic game from Cruz so far.
Yeah, really nice play there, being able to jump on the opportunity of the demo. Whenever those demos happen, the player that is lost kind of gets out of the swing of things, gets out of the rotations, loses some tempo there. Cruz able to see that opportunity and take it for Noble.
And another shot for Moore being slotted in. As we were talking about the masterclass from Noble, Moore heard us and was like, I can do that too. Rowdy coming in with a nice double touch off the backboard and slotting another one in, bringing this game half yet again. 2 minutes left on the clock here.
Yeah, really amazing manipulation of the top crossbar there from Rowdy, being able to tie up that score for Moore.
Possession now in Noble's favor. Flowers trying to keep it in their hands. Going to run around with this one, but does get sent out by Rowdy towards the middle. Now going to grab possession themselves, sends it towards the middle, maybe for Falling to follow up on. Flowers going to grab this one. Apollo bicycle hit off into Moore's half. Dallas going to pick up the possession. Rowdy passed the ball there. Cruz going to grab the possession off that. Falling sends it over into that left corner. Rowdy up for it. Flowers getting there first. Sends it over to Noble's half. Dallas going to grab the possession back. Sends it over to Noble. Clear from Apollo. Back to Moore's half. Maybe able to follow up on this one. Cruz sends it back towards the middle. Flowers going to try to capitalize on it into that left corner, but Rowdy is there. The ball just going a little far to the left. Not able to get a goal on that one. Rowdy over Apollo's head, but Cruz ready to back them up. 60 seconds remaining on the clock. Flowers going to try for the net. Rowdy accidentally sending that one in for Noble. Flowers with a nice cross here. Ready for Cruz to try to take it. But Cruz accidentally going past the ball. Rowdy not ready for it. Ends up slotting one in on accident.
Yeah, fantastic play from Flowers, who's had a lot of great dribble drives here, really causing the defense of Moore to collapse. And whenever you have that many players that are constantly collapsed in that area, sometimes you happen to get own goals. Rowdy just so happened to be the culprit that time, but a lot of play for Flowers there, being able to collapse the defense like that.
Yeah, both teams doing a lot of great job keeping possession in their favors and not just going for full clears. And Apollo with an amazing top left shot there does get sent over by Cruz into that left corner. Dallas trying to get there. Falling almost manages to get there, but Apollo manages to slot that in the top left. Only 34 seconds left. Might be a tie series here, 1-1.
Yeah, I don't want to cast or curse Noble here, but definitely a 2-point lead, especially right there. A great play from Apollo on that aerial hit. It's going to be very difficult as the caster curves might come in. Dallas getting a wide open line drive shot from midfield, going to bring that score to 4-5 with about 25 seconds left in the round.
Yeah, an amazing shot there, just capitalizing off what Noble is missing. 24 seconds left, more needing one more to be able to bring this one to overtime. Now 20 seconds left. It is over in Moore's side. Moore going to need to grab this ball and get some possession. A demolition onto Falling, going to slow them down a little bit. Sends a clear, but Cruz is going to grab this one. Only 10 seconds remaining. Going to try for a goal. Falling sends it out towards the middle. This is the time to be able to do it, a double commit as well. Only 1 second left. Trying not to let it hit the ground. It does go up. Falling going to send that one into the air. Dallas going to be able to follow up on it. Sends it over towards the middle. Can Rowdy get there in time, but just doesn't. And Noble will go ahead and take the game 2. Now a 1-1 series in this best of 5.
Yeah, a little bit different story than we saw from game 1, where there was a lot of defense. There was a lot of scoring on this series. Noble being able to control the ball for the last 20 seconds in that final series, that final possession. Really good job by them to be able to notch this series up to a 1-1 tie. But Moore still doing a great job increasing their offense that last game, while Noble kind of had a couple of opportunity plays. I feel like we don't call Apollo's name a whole lot on the scoring side, more on the assist side. So being able to see them get that opportunity goal with about 45 seconds to go, I really think was the definition of that second game there. As we look at the score here, as you see, it is tied 1-1. Looks like we're in for a similar series like we had at the beginning of the playoffs this semester. Again, that one, Noble won 3-2. So currently we're on track for a similar result. Could be 3-2 the other way, maybe the same way, but this is to go to the in-person event this Friday at Noble High School. So a lot on the line for these two Rocket League teams.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams, again, just keeping their rotations up, both doing a fantastic job so far. Now getting into this game 3. Early possession for Moore. Sent over to Noble's side. Going to go ahead and hit that one off the backboard, passing it to themselves. Cruz going to try to follow up on it. Sends it towards that left side. Apollo back towards the middle. Almost gets a nice shot at the net there. Rowdy going to send that one out towards the middle. A demolition onto Flowers.
Yeah, and as we're looking, it seems like Moore is actually going to be able to have the possession back onto Noble's side, looking for that first point of the game. Always great starting with that lead, but Noble having some possession here. The rotation's a little slow on Moore's side. Gruz looking for the dribble, getting cleared by Dallas, being able to make that play, getting it back into the possession on Moore's side. Noble reeling a little bit on this defensive side, trying to be able to clear and reset their rotations, but a little bit of collapsing and double commits that are causing some issues. Cruz is going to be able to get the clear, and there's just no one left for the defense on Moore. In the chaos that was the Noble defense trying to recorrect their rotation, Cruz sees an opportunity on over-aggression from Moore's side and is able to get a cross-field clear.
Yeah, a nice snipe there from Cruz, being able to slot that one in between the defenders. Moore just not ready for a long-range clear to be able to just send in the goal there. A 1-0 lead for Noble. Cruz trying for an early goal here. Rowdy going to follow up on it. A double and a fantastic bump coming out from the side of Noble, giving Cruz a fantastic shot. Dallas themselves noting the nice bump coming out there, sending another goal in there for Noble. 2-0 lead with 4 minutes left.
Being able to deny that defender the chance to even get the block is something fantastic in the game of Rocket League. Understanding how you can assist your teammates without being seen on the stat sheet, on the scoreboard. Really smart play from Noble there.
Possession going to be grabbed here from Moore. Cruz going to try to follow up on it. Apollo grabbing that one, sends it out into the mid. Apollo not getting the touch, the second touch on it to be able to send that one out. Dallas going to grab the possession, keeping it in Noble's half. Apollo going to try to grab it, but Falling sends it back towards the middle. Rowdy ready for a shot, but Flowers sending it over to Cruz. Cruz doesn't get the touch on it. Over to Dallas. Over to that left corner. Rowdy going to follow up on it to send it back towards the middle. Apollo going to get that one out. Dallas taking up possession. Flowers now over to Moore's half. 50-50 between Dallas and Flowers is going to be sent over to the left side. Falling, grabbing possession here. Sent over towards the middle. Back over into Noble's half, trying to stall it and send it back over to Moore's half. And there goes Cruz Falling, the last defender remaining here. Cruz going to get it over their head. Falling, not quite getting the save, and Apollo ready to follow up on it. Sends a nice shot into that left corner. 3-0 lead. The most decisive lead we've seen so far this series.
Yeah, just so much pressure put on by Cruz's constant shots there. I think getting 3 attempts on goal in that entire possession. When Apollo finally comes in for the follow-up, Cruz has thrown so many of the defenders out of rotations. I mean, you can only block so many shots over and over again. So really nice awareness play by Apollo and great pressure from Cruz that entire time as we almost have another quick goal here for Noble.
Yeah, Noble just doing a great job with keeping possession in their hands and keeping the ball out of their half. Flowers, as I say that, clear it back over to Moore's half, just keeping the possession on this ball and not letting Moore have anything. Noble just continuing this possession drive. Cruz sending it back over to Moore's half yet again. Rowdy going to try to send that one back. Cruz with a little bit of a bump there. Falling going to grab the possession. 50-50 with Apollo. Apollo trying to follow it. Noble grabbing possession here. Cruz going to keep control of this ball. Goes off the wall. Tries for this air dribble here. Flip reset. Goes for the shot and the bar down. Fantastic and clean shot here from Cruz. Noble doing a fantastic job in this Game 3, trying to bring this series in their favor.
Yeah, and that's another hat trick for Cruz, who has been going nuclear so far in this series. Really amazing jobs. I really like how the Noble defense, a lot of times when they're once they get possession of the ball, they're able to drive through multiple defenders of Moore and actually make it where Moore has to rotate twice as fast to be able to keep up with Noble. And that's because of the great dribbling skills of Cruz, of Flowers, of Apollo, being able to make those really cool plays.
Yeah, bringing this one into a decisive 4-0 lead. Right now, Noble doing a fantastic job of speeding up their rotations and, like you said, just keeping possession of this ball. Flowers up into the corner for themselves. Apollo ready to follow it. Apollo and Rowdy both going past it. Cruz going past it as well. Flowers not predicting the touch on the wall there. Flowers remaining in Moore's half. Moore now grabbing possession of this ball. Going to go ahead and clear that one over. Cruz going past it again. Flowers and Apollo, Rowdy over their heads into that left corner, tries to send it towards the middle. 60 seconds remaining in this game here. All 3 of Noble's attackers able to bring this one back. A 5-0 decisive lead here for Noble.
Yeah, really nice play from Noble, being able to recognize the desperation that Moore had there. Like, you're down 4-0, you need a point to go in quick. They play extremely aggressive. The series touches don't go that way, and Noble's able to get that extra goal. And now we're just chewing clock off for a minute at this point, trying to get ready for this Game 4.
Yeah, we're going to need about a goal every 10 seconds here from Moore if they want to even bring this one into overtime here and not give Noble the series point. Rowdy going to try for an aggressive play here, sending it over to defenders. Flowers ready to send that one out. Moore just keeping the offensive aggression up. Ball going to be sent over to Moore's half. Only 25 seconds left. Falling. Rowdy ready for it in the middle. Rowdy going to try to follow the ball here. Sends it over to the left corner. Off themselves. Doesn't get the touch. Dallas over at their head. Moore doing a great job of keeping up the offensive aggression right now, but I think it is just too little too late. 5-goal lead here for Noble. 1 second remaining. Trying for a last-second goal, but it will go to Noble. And a decisive 5-0 lead, and that will be series point here for Noble.
Yeah, Noble getting a lot of momentum that time, being able to make a lot more just shots throughout the game, and realistically they had a time of possession by a mile over Moore there. And I think it really is because of Cruz, Apollo, and Flowers being able to dribble and control the ball for a lot of time on these possessions and not have to rely on their clearing so much, really being able to walk the ball up the field and kind of recognize where Moore may make a mistake on their rotations, or if you can get by a dribble or a demo, which we've seen as well happen from the assisting players. And I think that's something that Noble did really fantastically there. Obviously not the close score that we had in the first 2 games. I think Moore just needed kind of a little bit of a get-right game to recognize, hey, this is what they have been changing and what we haven't adapted to. Let's adapt to that, and maybe we can come out here and get a Game 4 win.
Yeah, as we saw in game one, Moore having 11 shots on the net at the end of it, and after that game three, only having 1 shot on that net. I think if they can just keep up their aggression from game one and continue taking those shots on the net, then they can certainly bring this one back. Going to go ahead and get into the game four here. Apollo with an early clear into Moore's half, and it might just be an early goal, does end up getting saved there by Apollo. Apollo keeping this one in Moore's half here. Dallas grabbing possession over Apollo's head. Cruz ready to follow up on that one. Falling, grabbing that one, 50-50 between Flowers and Falling. Rowdy there. Shot on net for Noble. Doesn't go in. Nice save there from Dallas. Flowers just slightly under the ball. Apollo going to save that one there, sending it back towards the middle. A lot of commits there. No touch on the ball. Dallas ready to grab that save from their net. A lot of possession still in Noble's favor already. Almost a minute shaved off the clock, and most of this time being spent in Moore's half. Right now, I think Moore just needs some aggression and a fantastic snipe. That's the second snipe from their own half that we've seen on that net there.
Yeah, and I believe both of those goals that you're referring to were both shot by Cruz as well, being able to be the downtown hero for Noble, making a lot of these clears not only an alleviation of pressure from Noble, but also a threat to Moore for these goals to actually score.
Yeah, for sure. And now 4 minutes left. Noble already up again. If Moore can just clear their heads and continue the aggression that they know that they can do from game one in an unfortunate 50-50. Cruz over on Noble's half yet again, hits a 50-50 here and manages to just slot in on that left side, putting Noble in a 2-0 lead early in this game.
Yeah, Cruz getting that goal from almost the exact same spot that they got the first goal from. Really nice lead for Noble, who's trying to tie this up and go to their live person event.
Sending that into the middle. Dallas almost with a fantastic shot there. Tries for it again, but Noble keeping those rotations up, keeping that defense up. Able to send that one back over. Falling, going over that ball just slightly. Rowdy going to go ahead and pick it up. Cruz trying for the net. Flowers ready for the assist, and it does end up going in. Just not able to get that save on the side of Moore. Cruz sending that one off the net, and Flowers ready to follow up. Dallas trying for the save, but doesn't expect the ball to go so close.
That's how you can tell that these teams have played together for so long. That bump from Cruz should have been, from normal teams, that would just be a score. But before I can say anything, almost a save, or almost a score for Noble again, a save from Dallas. But you can see the amount of creative assists that happens. Cruz scoring another one, and Noble starting to pull away with this thing.
Yeah, Noble just keeping their aggression up, keeping so much possession in Moore's half. Moore just needing to remember what they did in game one and keep their rotations up for the side of Moore.
Yeah, and I think we see a lot of Moore collapsing on the goal, and it's great for the first shot, but if any follow-up shot comes in for Noble, it's really difficult for them to get back in position, especially when all three of them have committed to the first shot. But quickly here, Moore trying to score and get onto the board. Rowdy almost with that follow-up. Now Cruz driving down the lane, looking for a play. Dallas is going to be able to save it like he has many times during this series. Dallas looking for the floater in mid. Falling going to be able to clear it to the Noble side. Cruz with the hit back of 50-50 ball still floating through the mid here. Rowdy being able to get it back on a Noble side, but Flowers with that great clear. Only one left for Moore here. It's Falling. Trying to get this clear on the corner. An assist comes in for an Apollo finisher.
Yeah, 5-0 lead. Exactly half of this game timer shaved off right now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Moore down 5 again. If they can just bring this aggression back, we've seen a lot of good shots on goal, but just not able to finish it up. If they can just look to adapt to this defense that Noble's doing and just speed up their play a little bit, they can certainly start getting some more shots on the goal. We know they can do it. We've seen game one. We saw how close game two was. Almost a nice shot there from Dallas. Does end up getting saved from the Noble defense. Flowers off the wall. Going to air dribble this one. Sends it down and in. A 6th goal here for Noble. Flowers with a very clean air dribble here. falling, not exactly sure where it's going to be sent, ends up going straight into the ground and up into the net. 2 minutes left. More needing some aggression right here, right now.
Yeah, and it's hard to play defense on an air dribble like Flowers right there. Really a fantastic player. 2 goals and an assist in this series, or in this game already.
Yeah, possession being grabbed here by Noble. Noble just kind of looking to keep the ball out of Moore's hands right now. They know how ahead they are. They certainly do not have to do anything crazy. Cruz trying for a shot in the net, though. Sends it towards the middle, towards Apollo, but Apollo facing the wrong direction, ready for a defensive play. Falling in to send that one over. Cruz ready to follow it. Sends it to the right side. Dallas not able to follow it. And a 7-0 lead here for Noble.
Yeah, Noble is starting to ball out. You can tell that their confidence is up because they're going for more creative plays, these soft angles. That's the 3rd shot we've seen from Cruz just on that the left half mark, like halfway mark on the field. Really nice play from them.
Yeah, with that in-person event being played in Noble, I think Noble just wanted the
Yeah.
chance to be able to play on their home field, bringing this one in a decisive 7-0 lead right now with about 80 seconds left, 75 seconds left in this game. Moore needing to make get some aggressive plays going. The ball in Noble's half right now, but a demolition comes out onto Apollo, kind of stalling Moore's play a little bit. Dallas sending that one over, try to follow up on it here. Apollo going to go ahead and grab possession, keep the ball in Moore's half. Tries for the net. Flowers looking for the follow-up, but a save does come out from Dallas. The ball being sent back over to Noble's side. Rowdy looking for something, but doesn't quite get there. The ball on Noble's side yet again. Apollo looking for the net. Almost a down and in, but does end up getting sent out by Dallas again. 30 seconds left. Needing to make something happen now. Dallas sending that one back over to the middle. Apollo going to send it back. Right now just possession swapping, keeping the ball in Moore's half. Cruz grabbing it. Double commit from Flowers. Only 8 seconds left in this game. Looking like this will just be the series for Noble. 1 second left. Tries for a last-second goal. Almost goes in, but doesn't quite finish it off. A 7-0 4th match there for Noble. Really, really wanting to get that in-person LAN event going for them.
Yeah, I think you could definitely tell that Noble really locked in on those last 2 games. A fantastic showing from them. Going to have a lot of momentum moving into this live event on Friday. Really fantastic season from them, especially still carrying into the playoffs. And fantastic season from Moore as well, who has done a great job this entire series. Actually, earlier today, beating Jinx, who was the 3 seed, upsetting them as Moore was the 5 seed going into the series. Being able to upset and knock out Jinx from this tournament, getting an opportunity to play against Noble for that last slot. But Noble does pull away with this one, and they'll be joining Deer Creek and Edmond Memorial at the live event on Friday.
Yeah, now the last 3 teams remaining. The first match that we will watch on Friday is the 1st and the 2nd seed. Edmond Memorial and Deer Creek will face off. The loser of that one going to take on Noble in that lower bracket final. So we will have to see how that one goes on Friday. But until then, have a good one.